James Gunn has lit up a bomb with all the information regarding DC Studios. We'll be talking about Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, Booster Gold, the debut of Damian Wayne to live action, Swamp Thing is going to make a comeback, and most importantly, the Authority and who they are. Is there anything from Marvel Comics this week? There is, and our friends over at Fugitive Poems will be joining us for the show, and we're going to have multiple giveaways for today's show, including an original sketch comic, all at the weekly playlist.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Izzyverse. Josh, what's going on, my man?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going. It's Monday. Happy Monday to everyone there, man. How's your weekend? How was your weekend, dude?
Weekend was great. Week is looking even better, so let's do it.
Yeah. So last week was an interesting week. I didn't get to pick up any books. It was a shame. I was too busy. In fact, I was giving away books. You know a little something about that, Josh, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll talk about some of those books that are in that pile that we talked about over on Friday. But welcome everybody to the show. Hey, what's going on? Cole Comics claims he has a great show. I love Cole's voice. Have you ever seen Cole's videos?
I don't think so.
So if you ever watch one of Cole's videos, Cole's comics video, he has like the perfect NPR voice. So when you know what I'm saying, it's like, hello and welcome to the show. This is Cole and we're having a great stuff. I'm loving it. I'm just there. I'm like, just enjoying the show. So thanks for the show, Sam, as well. Look at it. We got Sam who's watching. Look at Free Fan Perella comic you gave me. Yeah, that's right. You got the comic back in Cosmic Con. Remember that book we gave it to him? He was the first guy to find us. So congratulations, Sam, for that book. But we got to move on. We got to talk about other things. We got some guests today that we're going to bring into the show. You may know them from Fugitive Poems, guys. And they're going to have a launching coming out this week. So let me introduce to you our special guests for the day. They're going to be with us for a short time period, but we're going to give them we want to give them some love and some time. So let me introduce to you guys from Fugitive Poems, Christian DeMatteo. You know me, I butcher last name, and he got his mute button on, so let's unmute him. All right. Christian, there you go.
I've had no practice ever Zooming, you know.
We're StreamYarding here, bro.
I'm still making the exact same mistake I was making 3 years ago. Is this on? Can you hear me? How you guys doing?
We're doing good, man. And with him, as always, his partner in crime, we got James. What's going on, James?
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going tonight?
Yeah. As we were talking earlier before the show, James has the best deck behind him. Look at that thing. He has a cassette deck. We were talking a little bit about no laser disc, man. No laser disc, no 8 tracks, but it's all good.
Plenty of records to spin.
Plenty of any good records in the pile?
Hundreds.
What is the one you always come back to?
Anything by Rush. That's my screen.
No comment.
Oh, no. I'm with you. It's one of the few things James and I disagree on. I respect the hell out of it.
Rush is one of those bands I can't get past his voice. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but everything else I'm okay with.
How about some Suicidal Tendencies?
They're okay when you really are angry.
Always.
You know what I'm saying?
That's my secret.
All right, guys. So we're gonna talk a little bit about Fugitive Poems, and you guys got a launch coming up soon, right? Let's do a quick plug on the launch. So talk to me a little bit about the launch, and then we'll talk more about it a little later.
Well, Fugitive Poems has thus far released Containment Breach Volume 1 and Containment Breach Volume 2. These are two awesome comic anthologies full of the best up-and-coming indie comic creators around. We're so proud of these books. And today, live with you, we are pre-launching our next Kickstarter for Containment Breach Volume 3. This is the first place I'm ever going to say it publicly. First place I'm ever saying this publicly. The name of the book is Of Clouds and Ether. So we had Containment Breach Quarantine Chronicles, Myth Reborn, and now Of Clouds and Ether. And we made volume 3 and 4 together, so we're having a rock and roll year, and we wanted to start it out with you.
Awesome. Thanks for doing it. All right. We're going to talk more about it, but as you guys can see in the scroll that's going on at the bottom, that's going to be our hashtag, our first hashtag, because we're going to have 2 of them. All right. So our first hashtag of the day is going to be Fugitive Poems. Put it in your YouTube link. So make sure you put it on the chat in YouTube, because we are going to do the giveaway a little later for you guys. And if anybody, what's the giveaway for Fugitive Poems? What are you guys giving away?
So, I'm going to give you a copy of, it's 162 pages of comic goodness. Beautiful anthology, Myth Reborn, our volume 2. And which is this, by the way, is James's beautiful art from this book. Let me turn it this way. My boy Dashiell is watching right now. I think this is the only page of this comic I can let him see. Comics are not for kids. Hello, Dashiell. And then also, and so that's for Izzy tonight. And also, everyone who signs up by Friday to follow on the pre-launch, I'm doing another giveaway. We're going to pick somebody out of that randomly to get another book.
Awesome. I went ahead and I put the hashtag. I think Cole, you got a bit of a typo on yours, and so I put it in. Just copy and paste off of mine, and then we'll be able to do it. So we'll do it from there, guys. Copy and paste from mine, and then you'll be able to get your hands on this giveaway action. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get this party started. We'll talk more to Fugitive Poems about their stuff going on, but there's a lot that we got to talk about. There's a lot of DC stuff. So before we even get to that, it's time to get our trending books of the week. There you guys. What do you guys thought about that? You like that little opening there?
It's pretty solid. I like it.
We've gone through some changes here, man, since you guys, since the last time we've done the show.
The most important thing to me was that the apostrophe was in the right place, and you nailed it.
All right. So what's trending this week, guys? I'll tell you right now. What's trending this week is all things DC Universe, and the James Gunn effect is in full breach. His name set it off. He took out his gun and he started shooting like crazy. All right, with all the stuff that's talking about. In fact, if you look at this list right here, this is from the trending 20. These are just 10 of some of the books. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about these books here, starting with Supergirl World Woman of Tomorrow. So look at that. Chris, you got your copy already set up, man. Let's zoom in on that book. Look at that.
I watched Gunn's video and I stopped hearing the words he was speaking when this came up. This clearly Mobius influenced beautiful art completely stopped me dead in my tracks, and I had to see what was going on here. And it's a gorgeous, gorgeous book.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm part of the sales.
So just to show you guys what's been going on, the increase of copies for this book alone has skyrocketed to 3,900%. Who would have guessed Supergirl was going to be that popular? Josh, did you know that was going to happen?
Oh yeah, that was on my bingo card. But you know, I like the CW show, and like we talked about last week, Gunn has the ability to take so-called, lesser known characters or B-list heroes and make them into household names. So this is not a surprise to me at all.
Yeah. By the way, guys, make sure that you use the proper hashtag because I'm seeing people doing some typos. This is what happens when you have a longer name, right? So Kenneth, I'm shouting you out, man, because it's Fugitive Poems, Kenneth, not Fugit Live Poems. Perfect typo. I love typos, by the way. But that's not gonna win.
That's creative.
So Kenneth, go ahead and put it in again. All
I
right.
am an English professor. I am not giving anyone anything who misspells.
Well, you can't give them anything because at this point it's a hashtag. The system
Show him
won't
your
pick it
shirt,
up, right?
Christian. There it is.
Fugitive Poems. It's actually it's a new headline that we now have on StreamYard, so that's pretty cool. All right, so moving on from Supergirl because we are going to talk a little bit more about Supergirl a little later. Let's take a look at the next few books that are in this list, starting with Batman 655 and Batman 656. And you can see directly underneath Batman 655 is another Batman book, and that is 657. So 3 back-to-back Batman titles. All came out a few years ago, so several years ago, back in 2016. I can't believe it's been that long, guys. Written by Grant Morrison, drawn by the legend Andy Kubert. Why is this book such a big deal, Josh?
Oh, it's our the best Robin. Is that
I don't know about the best Robin.
It's the one Robin we haven't seen in live action.
In live action, right? So, James, how familiar are you with this Robin?
This is Damian and his son, right?
Damian, that's right. Damian.
Yeah.
Damian is.
Other than that little bit, it sounded pretty exciting that he's a bit more hardcore than the other Robins.
Yeah, so Damian Wayne is the brat of all the Robins, and that's saying a lot because we have Jason Todd in the mix, right? But Jason Todd was a brat in the sense that he was obnoxious.
Yeah.
Well,
not efficient.
Right? Meanwhile, Damian Wayne is a brat because he's an assassin. He's been trained to be an assassin. So Damian Wayne is the son of Bruce Wayne. He's the actual son of Bruce Wayne. Also, he is the son of Talia al Ghul.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the daughter of Raish or Rosh. How would you guys say it? Raish or Rosh?
I've always said Roz, and I'm sure I'm wrong.
I say Roz, but
Right. It's tomato, right, guys? At the end of the day. Well, Kenneth got it right. And Chaz is just trying to start something, man. He wants criminal hymns. Chaz wants criminal hymns, guys.
That'd be pretty awesome.
All right.
That's a good name.
So Damian Wayne is finally making their live action debut. I personally am excited for it. I will say Damian is not my favorite Robin. My favorite Robin will always been Tim Drake. You know, because Dick Grayson to me is my favorite Nightwing, and I want him to stay Nightwing. But I'm down with this. I want to see what they do with this character. What I find interesting is that it's the title's going to be The Brave and the Bold. And if anybody knows anything about The Brave and the Bold, is The Brave and the Bold has always been about team ups. So we're talking about Damian, right? And I will say James Gunn did say a lot, but I think it's what he didn't say that said a lot too. Right? Because out of everything we heard, we've been talking a lot about all these characters and all these things. What is there one character that you guys think he didn't mention on purpose?
Well, there's the one that I got all excited about, and I know you're a fan. Where's my Lobo?
That's exactly what I was thinking. Is like, where's Lobo in all this?
I mean, he was brought up. You don't hearken the name Lobo and then walk away. I mean, come on. Lobo wouldn't stand for it.
That's the main man, and he wasn't even introduced as the main man here. So no. I think what James Gunn did here was he gave us an appetizer sample. He didn't give it the main thing. And I see you shaking your head, Josh. What do you think happened?
No, you never play all your cards in the first hand. You know, you can. I think Gunn knows what he's doing, and so we have to say, first of all, DC is trying to recapture the lightning in the bottle that was the MCU over the past 20 years. And one of the big components of that was this huge interconnected universe with a build up to these bigger and bigger stories. And so we may get a post-credit scene with Lobo after one of these movies. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But will Nick Fury recruit him?
But you know what? That's a great tie-in, Chris, because there is a character that has a very Nick Fury vibes to them. But I will say it's not a he, but it's a she, and she is none other than Amanda Waller.
One of the few things the first Suicide Squad got right was casting her.
Oh, Viola Davis is the best, man.
Yes.
I am scared of that woman. You know what I'm saying? And that to me is the epitome of what Amanda Waller should be. She should be someone that even Batman's scared of.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, guys? It's like when you see her and you see her, you just see her and she says there, she has no powers. She's just an agent. And that's it. That's all you take, man. It's a better version of Nick Fury, dare I say it.
Well, I mean, we're talking Sam Jackson, so do be careful.
Well, I'm just talking about her. She will beat up Sam Jackson. And I bet you anything, if Sam Jackson was watching right now, he'll agree with me. It's like, oh yeah. James, what your point? You pick. Is it Sam or is it Viola? Who's more scary?
I'm gonna plead ignorance on this one. I don't know what you're talking about.
He wants to live.
Smart man.
So we got Amanda Waller. She's getting her own show. I'm excited for that. It's going to be a spinoff of Peacemaker. So her first appearance in Legends #1 in November of 1987, 86, not 87. That book is in this list. Another great news that came out of this James Gunn has been the introduction of a character that I think a lot of us love. For those of that know the character, we love this character. And who better than James Gunn to give us Booster Gold?
They're going to have to change his tagline. His tagline is the greatest hero you've never heard of. But now everyone's going to find out how awesome he is.
Oh, yeah. And, you got Booster Gold. You got Skeets. I love Skeets. I want Skeets to be the voice of some popular, person. Maybe like a Wanda Sykes or something like that. That's what I envision when I hear Skeets. I want someone that has a very sarcastic tone to do it. Oh, Comics by the Bay, man. His internet is out, man.
No. Let's get Alan Tudyk to play Skeets.
Alex Tudyk to play. Yeah, but he's already playing a sarcastic character.
That's okay. There's room.
There's room. He's already playing the sarcastic droid. That's typecasting right there, man.
Wanda Sykes now. That could work.
Wanda Sykes. Yeah, I envision Wanda Sykes doing that. And with that attitude, guys.
I actually got to see her perform live last year. And her energy is still through the roof. Great delivery. I could see that. I think I would never have thought of that, Izzy. I like it. I could work.
Right. So let's pray for the best for our Booster Gold. Next book is another one that came out of left field. No one really saw this one coming. And out of all the shows and movies that we have, this is the one that we're gonna get this is the first one we're gonna get, right? And that is Creature Commandos. Like, I've heard of Creature Commandos, but they're very much like Guardians in the Galaxy in the sense that they're obscured, right?
Yeah.
But what makes it interesting is that they are taking the Universal monsters and adding it with a little DC flair, a little bit of Suicide flair, and a little bit of Guardians of the Galaxy flair into it. And you got Flag as part of it. So what are you guys' thoughts of Creatures Commandos? What do you guys think about that book?
And Gunn is writing those, right?
Yeah, he's written them.
Yep.
The animation looks, I didn't see any animation, but just that still image looks amazing. Yeah,
I know nothing about this one. And that's kind of how I felt. Now, I'm an old school Marvel fan. My favorite DC characters are always the side characters. I was never very interested in the main ones. Yeah. I'm a Marvel fan. And when he put out Guardians of the Galaxy, I was like, wait, why don't I know who these people are? Like, they were in my brain somewhere. And when I saw this Creature Commando thing, and I'm like, well, if there's anything I trust Gunn with, it's things I never heard of that are weird.
Well, look at their first appearance. The name of their first appearance is Weird War Tales 93. So you couldn't get much more weirder. We're getting Frankenstein and the Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'm looking this up on my phone, and that green Frankenstein is just awesome. Looks like he's in like fatigues too.
Yeah,
which is cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm excited to see what this is going to look like. I'm excited to see what it's going to sound like. You know, you also have Weasel in it. So, you know, who didn't love Weasel in Suicide Squad?
Absolutely.
Spoiler alert, he dies. But does he?
I'll tell you who doesn't like Weasel. Children hate Weasel.
but Weasel loves children.
That's true.
In my life experience, unfortunately, a weasel never dies.
Woo! All right, so we talked about Creature Commandos. We talked about Weird War Tales 93, right? Again, and all these books, man, have increased in such a capacity that you can't even imagine. They were old, they were unknown yesterday, and now everyone has it, and eBay is losing its marbles, right? With all these titles, right? But a title that I always thought would be perfect for the screen, and I'm curious to see how it's going to be, is The Authority. Right? The Authority, to me, Warren Ellis at his finest, right? And it's you got superstar, you know, art teams with Brian Hitch originally, and also Frank Quatley did some work with it. What is The Authority, Josh? Or who are The Authority?
Authority is a super-powered team who view the world as broken, and it's their responsibility to fix it. Or get that correctly?
Yeah, they were the precursor to the boys.
Yeah. So I think so, and I'm glad you mentioned that, because that's what I wanted to say. We've had the boys, we've had Jupiter's Legacy on Netflix. We've had a couple of shows that are kind of primed to set up these alternate, or I would say non-big two superhero teams. So I think we're ready for this one.
Yeah. At the same time, that The Authority is a precursor to the boys. Garth Ennis wrote the boys, but you mentioned Jupiter's Legacy. Jupiter's Legacy was written by Mark Millard, or Millard, depending on how you want to look at it, and he had a hand on The Authority as well. So he did write some Authority books. What's interesting about that? Yeah, he did. The Authority is Wildstorm answer to not just the Justice League of America, but also Squadron Supreme. So take the concept. Take the concept of Squadron Supreme and elevate it to a more violent level.
Okay, I like that.
All right, and at the same time, these are the guys that will do absolutely what's necessary they're a by any means necessary type of band, but they are definitely supposed to be counters to the Justice League more than anything.
And it's Wildstorm connected, isn't it?
It's Wildstorm, so it's Jim Lee Goodness. But since Jim Lee, sold Wildstorm to DC, they're now part of the DC universe, and they've been incorporated into the DC universe very lightly, I'll say, but they've been incorporated into the DC universe, and now they're becoming more and more prevalent, to the point that there are some books that you guys got to check out and you got to look for, and that's Superman and the Authority. That's a book that you might want to look into. And a book that Josh and we just found in my collection, right? Authority versus Lobo. So who knows? I was like, ooh, this book is worth $1 right now, but maybe it won't be.
It's the key to all this.
So
we're going back in my comics knowledge to the 90s here. Am I right that Wildcats was Image?
Yes.
And that's connected to Wildstorm.
So Wildstorm was the takeoff of Wildcats, yeah.
So Jim Lee took out of Image and brought to DC?
So when Jim Lee came out of Image and he went to DC, he took everything with him because he owns everything.
I did not know that.
So anything that was Wildstorm, anything that was associated with Wildstorm, went to DC. And among that was Stormwatch, another group that you guys want to look at because that's where the Authority first came out. Now, the Authority is very is the word progressive the right word, Josh, for the Authority?
Let's call them modern.
Okay. So for those of you who don't know about some of the heroes within the Authorities, the two main characters, the two main heroes of the Authorities is Apollo and the Midnighter. Now, what's interesting about them, remember I said they're counterparts of the Justice League. Apollo's meant to be the Authorities' version of Superman, while the Midnighter is their version of, believe it or not just Batman, but also Wolverine, because he has a healing factor and things like that.
Okay.
But here's where Warren Ellis really threw a monkey wrench at us. They're also a gay couple.
Oh, wow.
And they did get married in the comic books. So Warren Ellis was pretty much telling us Superman and Batman were always gay. And here's my take on it. So
for everyone who always wanted Superman and Batman together,
you got Apollo and Midnight.
All that you need. Hey, Izzy, so who's the like cyborg looking woman?
The cyborg looking woman, I'm trying to remember her name.
She looks like a cross between Silver Surfer and the Terminator.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I know which character. That's one. I don't know all their names. I know Jenny Sparks. Jenny Sparks is the one that has the Union Jack. I would have to look into those characters because I'm not as familiar with them. I'm really more familiar with those three characters: Jenny Sparks, Midnight, and Apollo. The other ones are a little lesser. There's the engineer. That's the one that's kind of wearing a suit. He's another character. But that character that you're mentioning, I would have to look into her a little bit more. So let's put that on a parking lot, we'll say, for that character. So I'm interested in seeing her. I don't know if she's supposed to be like an Iron Man type character or anything like that. But yeah, there you have it. These are just the trending 20. These are 10 of them. Let's take a look at some other books that are in the trending list. Wonder Woman #1, George Perez.
I have been reading the re-release that DC just did of his run, and I am stupefied. When it was coming out, I was reading Marvel. I mean, I wasn't born yet because I'm 20. No, I was reading Marvel.
20 plus?
I was certainly not reading Wonder Woman because I was a boy who thought I was, but please, it's a girl. Well, now I'm reading Wonder Woman by George Perez. The art, the story, the character. It's
beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And I think this is what we can see because another title that was mentioned. James Gunn didn't mention Wonder Woman. All right, we got a Superman show, we got a Superman movie, we got Batman movie. What we don't have is anything Wonder Woman, but what we did get was Paradise Lost, which is it is a prequel to a Wonder Woman story, right? So it's supposed to be the origin of Themyscira and all that stuff, and it's supposed to be like a Game of Thrones type show. That's how he describes it. So this book, this Wonder Woman #1, is the book that we're going to be hunting for because of that. It's the closest thing to Paradise Lost we got.
I just read this a few months ago, and the backstory of Themyscira is unbelievable, and it's 100% a Game of Thrones kind of thing. Way before the gods warring on the Amazons, Hercules as a villain. There's some crazy stuff in it, and when he announced this, if I had not just read this, I would have been like, whatever. The plot writes itself. It's all out there thanks to George Perez.
Yeah,
God bless him. He rest in peace.
Absolutely. Another book that's hot that is not DC related is, and it's the only one that's not hot that's not DC related, and that's Fantastic Four Annual #6. The purpose behind this book is the first appearance of Annihilus, who is the ruler of the negative zone. The negative zone we have not seen yet in the MCU.
Nope.
There is rumor that it might be part of Quantumania, so we might see a little bit of Annihilus in Quantumania. Another thing that's important to know about this book is not only it is a key for Annihilus, it's also a key for the first appearance of Franklin Richard, who is the son of Ree and Sue Storm, which is supposed to be the most powerful mutant in the Marvel Universe, and there is a very strong possibility that they will be making an appearance sooner or later, especially with the Fantastic Four movie on the brink. They were mentioned in Multiverse of Madness, so that's part of the reason why this book has some significant value right now. It could be because we may have some, drops of this thing in Quantumania, some drops of the negative zone.
One of the cool things about them making a Fantastic Four movie is that I've always heard the expression that the 43rd time is a charm.
I feel you. I definitely feel you. All right, let's go to our next book because I definitely want to talk to you guys a little bit. Another book that is just there for the sake of being there, and we did talk about last week, and that's Batman: Vengeance of Bane, the first appearance of Bane. We have no new news on Bane, so it just happens to be a happenstance that it's there right now. So people just like Bane, right? So there you have it. Another book that does have significant meaning to be there, and that is not DC nor Marvel.
Oh,
Tomb Raider Witchblade. Remember when Witchblade was a thing?
that's more way back machine right there.
That is a way back. Michael Turner Goldness, man. That's good stuff, man. But the reason is it is the first comic book appearance of Lara Croft, and there is now works in Amazon for a TV series. So that's why this book is in this list here. Another book, let's go a little faster here with Batman 666. This is a standalone story of Damian Wayne, and that's why it's in the hot list. People love to see Damian Wayne as Batman. So this is a story that's set not too far in the future. So it's not in a distant future, rather than in a future that Damian is an adult. So it's just a few years afterwards. So you have that one.
These were my introductions to Damian Wayne.
Oh, and speaking of that one book you're showing, Batman and Robin #1. Before anybody says anything, that is not Bruce Wayne Batman.
No, it is not.
That is Dick Grayson Batman. So this is at the time that Batman was considered dead, right?
Yes.
And Dick Grayson took over the mantle of Batman, and that's why that book is there. It's a fun book. It's the introduction of Professor Pig, who freaks me out every time I see him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Something out of The Purge, I'll say. He's a character out of The Purge. And Swamp Thing #1. We got our first appearance of the second Swamp Thing, which is the more popular Alec Holland. And Swamp Thing is trying again to do it, man. You think we're gonna? This is a good example of what 43 tries.
43rd time is a charm. Swamp Thing is my boy. I love Swamp Thing. And what Alan Moore did to Swamp Thing made him eternal. The whole concept of Swamp Thing. Man, if someone got it right, I can't even tell you how happy I'd be.
And Alan Moore, he hates it all.
He can hate anything he wants. He's a god. Man, he's earned the right to be a cranky SOB.
Oh my! We can't talk bad about Alan Moore in this show. We talk bad about Alan Moore, he'll be watching. He'll find out. He'll put some kind of curse on us.
I love Alan Moore.
But James, man, do I see a little Alan Moore in you, James? You got that little Adam Moore beard going on there.
Yeah, no, this is my beard. He's imitating me.
All right. And then we have here some books. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but the Detective 27 and the Action Comics #1 that are on this list are not the originals. Rather, that these are the facsimiles. People want them. I don't know why anybody wants a facsimile. I'm okay with a facsimile, but it's not like it's a big hot item to me. So they're just in the list. And this last book in this list is Harley Quinn Romance #1. This is the only book in this list that is a new book. This book just came out. Why is it on the list? Well, it happens to have the cover of Midnighter and Apollo.
There you go. There's the connection.
So that's the situation there. Anyway, guys, we have a few minutes here. So before we go into the to the hot 10 list, let's go ahead and talk. What we got? Let's see that.
There's your Professor Pig.
Oh man, he freaks me out, man.
Yep, totally.
Freaks me out, Professor Pig. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's take this off for a second. We'll come back to it. Josh and myself will come back to this. Let's talk a little bit about Fugitive Poems, guys. So, Fugitive Poems is coming out. You're about to launch it. Talk to us a little bit about it.
James, why don't you jump on in? There we go.
So, Clouds and Ether is going to be our third anthology that we're putting out. We started these off to try to showcase a lot of I would say previously unknown indie artists and stick them together and have them collaborate, writers and artists. And we keep getting better and better groups as we gain notoriety. So we got the 2 covers there. Containment Breach 1 just had a few stories. Containment Breach 2 was the first one we kickstarted, which is Myth Reborn on the right there. And we had like 15 stories in there. People all over the world, writing and creating art off of new prompts. So it wasn't anything that they've taken out of their archives and put it together. It's all brand new stuff that we like to showcase, kind of cutting edge things, brand new stories, innovative original stuff, not retakes on retakes on retakes. And we actually had so much success with 2 that we got more people than we could handle applying for Containment Breach 3. So we actually have been able to put together, with a lot of work from Christian and our senior editor, Mark, we've actually been able to put together 2 books at once. So 3 we're going to release. When's the date, Christian? Do we have
well, we are about to pre-launch live with Izzy, and then on February 28th, the Kickstarter goes live. Our last one funded in 36 hours.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, and it doubled the goal. It was amazing, and we have pulled out all the stops, like James is saying here. If you look at the art,
yeah, this stuff that Izzy's putting up, that was the stuff from 3. So that's brand new artwork.
Awesome.
Yeah, actually, if you can go back a little bit, I'll show you some things.
All right, talk to me.
There. In fact, my man Casey Allen is in the chat. Hello, Casey. Casey is the editor-in-chief for the ComicJam.com. If you want to make comics, get hooked up with the ComicJam.com. They do weekly one-pagers based on prompts. They introduce you writers, artists, letterers. They introduce people together and really grow the community. They're incredible people. And Casey is such a good editor-in-chief that he never puts his own damn scripts in because he doesn't want to take an artist away from an upcoming writer. Well, we said to hell with that, and we put Casey in this book. And
we got to
come up with
a Hillbrother here too,
right there on the left, that noir, almost Victorian Blade Runner looking page right there is him and Jim Coffin. And I can do this. I cleared this with Jim. Every time I see the name Jim Coffin, I want to add big in front of it, right? Big Jim Coffin. I mean, isn't that perfect? And big Jim Coffin is the artist, and he's incredible. In case he wrote it. And right next to it there is a great piece from J.D. Harlock as the writer, and the artist is Fern Lamb, who she's astounding. And Yoni Haag is the letterer. Just we've got, and if you look at all the stuff you've been scrolling through, each page is so different. I just saw Michael Hill. Oh, perfect timing, Izzy. Michael in the chat. And
Michael Hill's right here, man.
Michael Hill wrote that. And his brother, R.Case, I know he doesn't want people to know he's his brother. No, R.Case Hill is the artist. And this is, I said this to them. I said, I pray that I'm not insulting you. But when I look at your stories, I look like it's the kid in the class who you know isn't paying attention to. So you walk over to get him in trouble and see what's in his notebook. And that comic is what's in his notebook. That's exactly just this badassery that you were not expecting at all.
If you look at it, we can release the titles, right, Christian?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Hemlock. If you look close, it's all, you know, that's the real thing. There's no CG stuff going on there other than digitization.
No AI.
He's got markers and
We got
you can see
Chaz here
all the
too.
you can see the fingerprints on it. It's amazing. It's really one of my favorites in there.
Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous, man. I have Containment Breach Myth Reborn. I have that book. I love it. You know, it's a great book. In fact, what I get, you get your money's worth. That's what I loved about these books. It's like it is a nice, hard, thick book, and you get your money's worth. And it's just a variety of different artists, different creators, different writers getting together and doing their own stories. But there's a common thread among all the stories, which is really great. Awesome stuff, guys. You know, let's get this giveaway going, guys. You guys are ready for this giveaway? What do you say? Want to do this?
Let's do
All
it.
right.
I'm getting ready to launch. You tell me.
You
ready.
get ready to launch. I'm going to start sharing my screen here so that everybody could see that this is going to be the hashtag that we're going to do. So this is going to be our first hashtag of the day. Remember, we're doing multiple giveaways today. So don't leave after this one, guys. It's going to be, you know, pound, you know, or hashtag. I'm saying pound like I'm this old guy. You got Josh laughing at me over there. All right.
Everything
Guys.
okay, buddy?
All right. Hashtag Fugitive Poems is going to be the hashtag for this first giveaway. We'll talk a little bit of how we'll get the giveaway to you guys a little bit. But Christian, James, you guys are ready? We got 10. Josh, we got 10 entries. Would you believe it?
Are we ready?
Number.
I want to know if people on the stream are ready. We got several people watching right now, but let's go ahead and take this opportunity. I'm also going to enter in the information that for the Kickstarter, for the pre-launch for the Kickstarter. So let me go ahead and put that into the comments right now so you guys can see that as well.
Well, hold on. I'm going to go
All
live.
right. Go live.
Ready?
Let me know when you
We're
go live.
The pre-launch is about to go live on Kickstarter. So, guys, we've got a giveaway going on right here just for Izzy. We also have one on Friday. We're going to pick at random someone who signed up for the pre-launch, and we're going to send them a book. And also, if you want to show me for a sec,
Yeah,
because I'm so damn good looking. This
the
incredible poster by Jay Sheik. Jay Sheik has a book in comic shops right now that you need to get your hands on. It's called Hush Ronin, and he made this just for us. Jay Sheik is an unbelievable artist. He's in volume 2 of the book. In fact, I'll show you that. And he's in volume 3 with a story that I wrote featuring a gigantic chicken. This is Jay Sheik's artwork.
Yeah, I saw the chicken. I was going to say something about the chicken.
Yes. So I'm going to go live right now. We ready?
Let's do this.
3, 2, 1. Pre-launch is live.
All right. So we got it. We got it on the pre-launch is on the link right now. And let's go ahead and do the drawing. Again, you got one more chance to put in hashtag Fugitive Poems on your link. If no one goes, count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Let's find out who wins. Now, if I win, I'll do it again, guys. Don't worry. This is what happens. Come on, Izzyverse. Look at that. 2 weeks in a row. Comics by the Bay.
Oh, wait. We don't want to be part of a fix. What's going on?
No, so Comics by the Bay is a good friend of the channel. And he was in the drawing, guys. So Comics by the Bay. Congratulations.
We'll be sending you a copy of Containment Breach Volume 2. Izzy, you'll get us his pertinent information?
Absolutely. I actually have it already, so no worries there. Guys, Chris, James, we're going to let you guys go because I know you guys have things to do, but let me know where we can find you guys.
If I can ask, please get on this pre-launch. We want this thing to explode the minute it goes out. Our last one funded in 36 hours. We want to go even faster. The more people we get on the pre-launch, the more attention we can get. We've got Chase Bishop. We've got, if you go back over the art in this book, over the writing in this book, it is incredible. And I want people to see these unbelievable artists, including the work that James did on ours. Did I just offend Josh? I must have said, yeah, I mentioned James and Josh.
He probably just like logged out off accidentally.
I
It
can't tell you
happened.
how often this happens. I mentioned James.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
We
He had to go get mad.
We have a crazy noir comic in Of Clouds and Ether that James did things to that I can't even explain. I'm so awed by. Sign up. You get on the pre-launch. Just click notify. If you look, I don't know if Izzy, if you can put that on the screen, the pre-launch page.
Yeah, give me 1 second while I grab it.
There's a button that says notify me on launch. Press that. You get on our radar. And when this comes out, I can give you, we'll let you know first that it's gone live. We're going live on February 28th. There it is. See that little green button, notify me on launch? Press that button. And the more people do it, on Friday, we're going to do another giveaway. We're going to pick randomly from one of the people that have followed by clicking notify me on launch. Folks, go to fugitivepoems.com.
There you go. I'm going to do it right now. Look at that.
There you go.
There you go. Now you got it. I'm ready.
If you win, I will give it to you.
We'll see what happens. Everybody else is no, that's rigged. That's indeed rigged. So congratulations to Comics by the Bay. Chris, James, thank you so much for coming by. Thanks for reaching out to me. It's always a pleasure. We'll talk about the show that's coming up because we do have something coming up very soon. Well, I'm gonna say very soon in the sense that it's coming. And coming up, and let me show this to everybody. We got the Bronx Anime and Comic Expo. It's happening. It's a while from now. We're talking about August 12th, 2023. It's going to be at the banquet hall over in the Grand Sign Banquet Hall over in Tremont Avenue in the Bronx. You have a QR code there. It is for a special 50% off the ticket, guys. You get 50% off with that QR code if you are in the Bronx on August 12th. Come by, stop by, and yes, we are giving 50% off the tickets. I'm going to be there. Josh, I'm going to make sure you're there. So Josh is going to be there. And we're going to have a lot of good guys going to be there. We got some anime performers there. There's going to be some cosplayers. There's going to be some artists. It's a while from now, guys. It's in the summertime. That's how wild it is. We just have freezing weather outside here. But go check it out. The QR code's there. Our guys, Lone Wolf is going to be there, and it's going to be a great show. Guys, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Izzy. Thank you, Josh.
Take care, and I'll see you guys next time.
Good seeing you guys.
Bye. Woo, Josh, we got more to talk about.
Yeah, we just got started, right?
Josh is like, oh gosh, I want to eat my dinner. I want to eat my dinner. That's why I had my appetizer before dinner today. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the hot 10, right? So the hot 10 that's coming out. Let's take this out of this screen. Again, there's no big surprises on this list, dude. No big surprises. Number 1, The Authority. Number 2, Batman 655. Number 3 is the one that's the oddball out from this batch here, right? And that is Action Comics 1051, the Warren Lau cover variant. Of course, it's all about Power Girl, so there's that. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, number 1. Stormwatch, number 4, which is considered to be the first appearance of Apollo and Midnighter. Weird War Tales 93. Creature Commandos, number 1. Booster Gold, number 1. Stormwatch 37, which features the first appearance of Jenny Sparks and Jack Hawksmoor, which are characters from The Authority, so that's why it's there. And Legends number 1, which is the first appearance of Amanda Waller. Any surprises there, Josh?
No, I was just thinking we should do a new segment where we show a cover and then we have to guess if it's an Art Germ or a Warren Lau or a Kunka Lim.
I know, dude. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, man, they do have similarities, guys. They do have similarities, right? So, can I ask my what? Can I don't know what you're saying. Oh, you don't want to look at that. Comics about he doesn't want to. You want to pass it off to Kenneth? That is the sweetest thing, dude. So Comics by the Bay, he wants to pass his giveaway. That is so sweet. Did you see? I told you Matt was a good guy. So should we do that? Should we give it to Kenneth?
It's his giveaway. He can do whatever he wants with it.
All right. So Kenneth, you are now the winner. So congratulations. You have the, pay it forward, guys. It's awesome. I love this stuff, guys. So Kenneth wants it, it's his, man. So congratulations, Kenneth. Thank you, Matt. All right. So Kenneth, if you want it, it's yours, bro. All right. We're gonna do our second giveaway for the day. So we need to figure out what's gonna be our hashtag now. So do we just call it DC Studios or what?
Oh, it's got to be hashtag Booster Gold. Let's get serious.
Let's get serious. Even though I'm not giving away a Booster Gold.
That's okay.
Okay, so the next hashtag is going to be hashtag Booster Gold. And yep, Kenneth wants it. It's yours, Kenneth. I'll let Christian know so you guys can work something out. So we'll definitely give it to you, Kenneth. So congratulations there. All right, that's the beauty of the show, man. We pay it forward. All right, so we talked about the CBSI top 10. Let's go to the next top 10. And that's the cover price top 10. Any real surprises there?
Well, it looks very familiar.
It is practically the same list as the top 10 from CBSI and the trending comics. So it's in a different order, with the number one book being The Authority. But number 2 and number 3 are both Supergirl titles. You have the original cover A of Supergirl, Women of Tomorrow, number 1. That's the cover A. And then number 3 is I think it's the cover B, the cardstock cover, the Gary Frank cover of Women of Tomorrow. That's the only real difference. And then you have Batman 655, 656, right? Those two first, arguably the first appearance of Damian Wayans. People say 655 is the first appearance. Technically, it's a cameo, guys. We got Incredible Hulk 180 all over again, right? It's a cameo. You don't even see Damian in that book, dude. You just see his shadow, okay? The real first appearance is 655. 656, my apologies. 656 is the original first appearance. But I just want to say one thing about the one book that really stood out to me from this list, and that is Weird War Tales 93, the newsstand edition. That's seen in the last 7 days. You ready for this, Josh? The insanity here?
Tell me.
In the last 7 days, it just saw an increase of 1,021%.
I mean, what does that mean? It went from 1 to 10 copies sold.
It just did. I'm just saying, dude. That's what James Gunn's do.
Yeah.
But
again, I'm sure the sales numbers are super low. I'm taking all this with a grain. Let's see what they look like next week.
Yeah, they'll still be high. All right, so that's your books for those are your hot books of the week. No huge surprise there, guys. I would be more surprised if we would have saw something outside of that. You know what I mean? Like the 1051, the Action Comics 1051, the Fantastic Four annual. Those books were just, the out of the norm books. So let's talk about other things. Let's talk about what's coming out, guys. All right. So now that since we have that time to talk about what's coming out, let's talk about what's coming out and let's do it. And what's coming out for DC Comics? We figured we're going to start with DC. Let's continue and start the new list with DC, guys. With that said, DC has another light week. 10 titles. What do you think?
It's 1,000% increase from last week.
All right. So we have a couple of books from DC. Milestone. We'll kick things off with Milestone because it's a character that we haven't heard in a while is going to debut with his new book, and that is Static. Static Shock is going to come out. Static Shadows of Dakota. Were you a Static Shock fan, Josh?
I saw the cartoon growing
Yeah.
up.
I
It was good.
kind of didn't watch it. I don't know why. There was something about it that just didn't really grab my attention. But then I kept hearing a lot of good things about it. So it was just one of those cartoons that kind of like stood out to me. Like I knew it was in the DC universe, but at the same time I was like, oh, I don't know if I really want to see this right now. Because it felt like Saved by the Bell in a weird way to me. I don't know why. But yeah, we'll see. It's coming out #1. That's the #1 book. Flash 792, the 1 minute war, man. It's still going on, man. That's the longest minute ever.
Well, yes, you are correct.
All right, the 1 minute war is coming out. I'm enjoying this story. It's fun. It's silly. It's fun. We got Impulse here. It has all the flashes, so it reminds me of some good stuff that Mark Waid did back in the day. So I'm excited for that one. Another book that's coming out is Lazarus Planet Next Evolution #1. This is going to feature some first appearances. So if you're interested to find out what's out there, go pick that one out. And we got the second part of a new storyline, Batman 132. Again, now that the Chip Zdarsky failsafe story is over, we have a new story. Have you had a chance to read the new story yet from 131 yet?
I did. So, do you want some spoilers?
Yeah, spoiler alert, guys. There you have it.
So they killed Batman again, but
Again.
once again, he's not really dead. He's just like in a different timeline. So,
Mhm.
if you like that kind of story, you're getting it again.
So there you have it. Batman's in the multiverse. Pretty much, right?
I
So-
do like this cover though. I'm looking
It is a
forward to
nice cover. It's a Jorge
Yeah.
Jimenez cover. So, of course, how could you go wrong with a Jorge Jimenez cover? It's just Jorge Jimenez. At first glance, I didn't realize that Batman and Catwoman were in the background. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like it's kind of hidden until you really look at the book. Now, obviously, you see a larger version, you're gonna obviously see them, but at first glance, you don't notice it. You just notice that Selena Kyle, which
Mhm.
you normally see Selena Kyle with different, like with dark colors. So you don't really see her with a red dress all the time. So, that's why I didn't really recognize it at first that it was her.
Well, again, this is if there unless there's something unexpected, this is going to be an alternate Selena Kyle. So who knows? She may wear bright colors only.
Oh, there we go. So she may be the Kit Woman. No.
Yeah. Sure.
All right. Poison Ivy #9 comes out. The Joker, The Man Who Stopped Laughing, issue #5. I don't know what to say about the Joker book here. Guys, the Joker book, who knows? Will it be a hot book this week? Will it finally not be a hot book this week?
Will he find out if he's the father?
Did he give birth? No, he did give birth for the book. So another book. So we'll see. And then you have Batman, the Joker, the Deadly Duo, Mark Silvestri, issue #4. A lot of people like this book, man. A lot of people like it. All right. There's your DC books, guys. Let's move on. Oh, no, I lied. We have more DC books.
There's more.
I said 10, didn't I? I got so used to being a little bit. Gotham City year 1, issue #5 is out. Monkey Prince, issue 11. Now, that is a Lazarus Planet tie-in. The only reason why it is a Lazarus Planet tie-in is because people want to buy Monkey Prince. DC wants you to buy Monkey Prince. So to have the complete Lazarus Planet story, you must buy Monkey Prince, guys. You want some Monkey Prince, Josh?
Yeah. Maybe next week.
Okay, what about Scooby-Doo? Where Are You? Issue 120.
No.
All right.
Should we talk about Velma?
What's there to talk about, Velma?
Velma might be the most hated show of all time.
So I've heard. I saw a YouTube video about Velma, and the guy who was doing his commentary was just saying, "Who was this show for?" Because it wasn't for anyone.
I haven't even seen it, so it's clearly not for me.
No, it's. I don't think it's for anyone. To tell you the truth. Okay, now let's talk about Marvel. So Marvel is back at it with #20. They got their 20 titles for this week at Marvel Comics. Are you excited for Marvel's 20 books?
So excited.
So excited indeed. So we got a lot of good stuff from Marvel, maybe. Starting with Storm and the Brotherhood of Mutants. This is a tie-in to the Sins of Sinister. People are liking it. People are liking the story so far. It's a little out there. It's a little wild. This is definitely a tie-in. This book replaced. I'm trying to remember what book it replaced. Did it replace Immoral X-Men? I'm not sure.
Did you say immoral or immortal?
Immoral.
Immoral.
No, Immoral is still on, right?
Yeah.
It was a different book. So I can't remember which book it replaced.
I don't read or buy X-Men,
Because-
so if you
because
don't know, I definitely don't know.
Okay, because Immortal becomes immoral.
Okay.
That I remember.
Yeah.
That I remember. So this one's replacing one of the other X-Men books that no one's reading. Dude, when you have 101 X-Men books, some of them are not going to be read.
You should go tell them, Izzy. They need to listen to reason.
I've tried. It doesn't always work. Welcome to the conglomerate known as Disney. But I can't talk bad about Disney, guys, because then they'll cancel my show.
Yeah.
So you don't want to do that.
You'll never find this show in a search bar.
It'll never be on this. That and Alan Moore. You don't talk about Alan Moore. You don't talk about Disney. Another book that's coming out, which I do want to read. I do want to pick this book up, and that's Red Goblin. Yes, we have way too many goblins, but what makes this goblin different from all the other goblins is that it's still Norman, but it's Norman now with the Carnage symbiote attached to him.
Yeah, I mean they did it already.
But he's red now.
I didn't get Gold Goblin, so I can't say I'm gonna get Red Goblin either. Like, I'll be okay. Anyone else?
Do you want Fugia Goblin?
I mean, yeah. Let's just do a full rainbow of goblins.
Rainbow of goblins.
Have them all fight each other. Why not?
The Goblin verse. We'll just do the Goblin verse.
It's already hard enough to keep track of who's Hobgoblin.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm just a little sick of goblins at the moment. Like, let's do a different Spider-Man villain.
There you go. All right, you said now they did mention that Eddie Brock will no longer be Venom. Did you hear that?
I didn't hear that, but you could kind of see something was happening in Dark Web to that effect.
Yeah, so they're saying that it's over for at least 2 years. That's what I say. In 2 years, Eddie will be Venom again.
Yeah.
Or when we see Venom 3, you will see Eddie Brock return as Venom. I'm sorry, guys. Right. Can't keep a good Venom down. Another book that I don't know if I'm gonna pick it. I don't think I'm gonna pick this up, but I'm curious about it. And that's Bishop the War College #1. When I saw this title, I said, "What is this about?" It's just I don't know.
Well, it's got Bishop, but I like Bishop. Out of all mutants, Bishop's one I don't mind. He's got a gun. He time travels. Can't go wrong.
But I don't know what they did can't they just leave Bishop's costume alone? This costume looks awful.
No. That's one of the rules of X-Men. Is every so often, I was on the internet, which was my first mistake. So someone posted a question. They're like, "Why does Xavier have a giant ball on his head?" And there's really no good answer for it.
There isn't. It's just like he just likes having it in his head, man. But this costume, I don't know what they're going on. And then he has this haircut that goes along with it. I'm like, what's up with that, guys? So weird. You know what I mean? So I don't know. We'll find out, guys. Anyway, so we have Bishop War College #1, Amazing Spider-Man #19 is out. So we're going on, it's a new storyline again. This one is now the aftermath of Dark Web, and now we're going to see Peter and Felicia Hardy pretty much on a night out of town. So and they're heading out to the Catskills because why not?
Yeah, Dark Web is over, except Mary Jane and Black Cat is still running. So not sure how that's gonna work, but yeah, this will be a 2-issue storyline. We'll see what happens. It could be the worst day ever.
Well, the cool thing about it, though, it could be the worst date ever, but man, the team that they got for this story is good.
Yeah.
You got Joe Kelly, right? Who he really created Deadpool, guys. And then you got the Dodsons, Terry and Rachel doing the art. Come on, man.
And they got some covers as well.
Yeah. Oh, there's plenty of covers. There are plenty of covers. Definitely. All right, so you have that coming out from Marvel. You also have Daredevil number 8, Ghost Rider 11. Ghost Rider 11, I'm going to say, is my pick of the week out of all the books to pick. Ghost Rider 11 because it's Dan Ketch. Dan Ketch is doing his thing. He's back. He's actually back, and I'm excited for that. I feel like it's a prelude to something to come in the future. I think they're going to hype up the Ghost Rider a little bit more. It's actually one of my favorite new covers, so the variants for this book is really nice, and it's technically an anniversary issue of Ghost Rider, so we're looking forward into that. It's an anniversary issue. It's 50 years of Ghost Rider. So, hey, Kenneth, what's up? You're still here. Thank you for sticking around. Now you're looking for the Instagram. Which Instagram we're talking about for Fugitive Poem? That's what you want. If you want to look into it, they're actually more in Twitter. They do more Twitter stuff, so you can find Fugitive Poems in Twitter more than anything. But we'll work something out. I'll let them know. Black Panther number 14. I feel like this title is a couple of months late.
Yes. It's not a feeling. It's correct.
Okay. What's up? Easy. Hi. You forgot the extra Z. All right. It is a couple of, I don't know. Nate, are you guys on hiatus again? There you go. Look at that. Nate, Nate loves you, Josh, man.
No. I love Nathan.
All right. Talking about goblins, Go Goblin issue number 4 is out this week. Go pick that one up if you're interested in finding out what a good Norman Osborn is doing.
So is he red or gold?
What was that?
How can you have Red Goblin and Gold Goblin released in the same week?
Because that's Marvel's way.
It doesn't seem right.
Red and gold. There's something up with red and gold. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't know either. All right, Joe Fixit issue number 2 is out this week. Joe Fixit issue number 1 was actually pretty fun, so why not pick up issue number 2 with guest starring Spider-Man who's in this book? So why not? Secret Invasion issue number 4 is also out. We got some more Bishop again in X-Men Legends number 6 and Captain America Symbol of Truth issue number 10. All right, Namor, the Submariner Conquer Shores issue number 5. Avengers Across Time, War Across Time. A lot of people love that, like that book. It is Silver Age goodness, so a lot of people like that book. So, I'm actually interested in reading it more. I didn't pick it up, but I think I'll pick it up. I'm sure there's plenty of copies still available of issue number 1. So I'll pick that one up, and I'll definitely pick up issue 2. I don't know, man. Fun fact: Dr. Pepper came out with strawberry and cream. Yes, you get it.
Wait,
you have it here.
What's that in reference to?
I have no idea, dude. I have no idea. That's the thing. There's usually a 20-second delay. So whatever the reference to, it has to go back to 20 seconds from now. But I don't know. Maybe it had to do with the red and gold or something. I don't know. Tell me what the reference is, Cole, and that way we know. Okay. Yeah. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. I'm just drinking it.
Well, that answered our question.
Oh man, I love live streams, guys. I love it. And it's good. He's enjoying it. That's the important part here.
That's the only thing that matters.
That's it. In order for you to get your voice to sound like those guys from NPR, that's what you need to drink. You need to drink your Dr. Pepper and with the strawberry and cream version, and you will have an amazing voice for podcasting. It has
to come out of a glass bottle.
Oh, and a glass bottle. There you go. All right. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur issue number 3 is out this week. Miracle Man by Neil Gaiman and Mark Buckingham. The Silver Age issue number 4 is out. It's coming out this week as well. Then we have our non-Marvel Universe titles, starting with Alien number 6. And then our favorite Star Wars books, Darth Vader 31, Star Wars The High Republic issue 5, and Star Wars Hidden Empire number 3. Star Wars is all about you, Josh. Tell me.
So Darth Vader, so this guy that you see on the cover is the son of one of the generals from the Clone Wars. There was a little bit of a fake out. It seemed like he died in an earlier issue. Now it seems like he's going to go up against Darth Vader. So probably just going to stay dead after this issue, but we'll see. The High Republic, it seems like we're going to get some more new characters. I have not been reading the High Republic for a while, so someone will have to let me know if issue 5 turns it around. And then Hidden Empire 3, once again, Darth Vader versus Kira and her minions, so to speak. So that one should be good. So we got some good Star Wars books this week.
Cool. And just to remind everybody, Booster Gold, hashtag Booster Gold is the entry for the second giveaway for the day. I'm showing you guys what I'm giving you. This is the second giveaway, guys. Let me show it to you. So the second giveaway is going to be this right here. This is an original sketch by yours truly. All right. Batman and Spawn, number 1. It's already at second printing. Would you believe that? They got second printing. It's coming out this week, the second prints of it. So those books are going to be more expensive than the originals.
So does that mean that number 1 sold out?
That's what they want to tell you. That's what they want you to believe.
Because I promise you, I've seen them on. I've seen retailers trying to get rid of them.
Yeah,
but
because
anyway.
they bought a lot.
So who's ordering the second print?
Someone is. All right, Sam, you got it. Hashtag Booster Gold. You're in. You're in the running, guys. All right. For Image Comics, we have 8 titles scheduled for this week. Monarch. I am definitely picking this book up. So did you hear the concept about Monarch?
No.
Okay, so Monarch is a story that's based in a beautiful town in America called Compton. Right?
Yep.
So it is a tale of terror and high stakes science fiction hits close to home. So these kids from Compton have to deal with an alien invasion of some kind. That sold it. Like, what would a kid from Compton do with an alien invasion? That's the story I want to hear.
So it's like Stranger Things from the Hood?
Stranger Things from the Hood. Literally from the hood.
All right.
I'm down. I'm definitely down with that. And Stranger Things alien based? They never really identify whether it's alien based. It's supernatural based, isn't it?
They seem to be from another dimension.
Yeah, so supernatural, you know. If it's aliens, comes from a different world, not a dimension. If it's a dimension, it's supernatural. Come on, man.
Yeah,
you got to get your sci-fi facts right.
Right. I can see how that would be very different.
All right, against all against all, issue number 3 is out. Spawn 338. That's actually a really cool Spawn cover. I really like that cover. It looks like a David Mack cover. And Gospel number 4. All right, Little Monsters issue number 10. Let's see, Bloodstained Teeth number 9. Time Before Time issue 20, and Two Graves issue number 4. Little Monsters is a good book. I know a lot of people that have been reading it. It is a good book. I heard some good stuff with Bloodstained Teeth. There's a lot of horror books out there, guys. So, you know, people like horror books. You know, I'm a little mixed on them. Sometimes I'll read them, sometimes I don't. It's okay. All right. Now let's talk about our indie books for this week. We got actually there really aren't that many indie books, but you do have 7 titles from Dark Horse. We got 5 from IDW. Dynamite has 4 titles. They do have 1 title that I think is going to sell like crazy. We'll talk a little bit about that one. And Scout Comics has 4 titles. It was funny because yesterday on Sunday, Scout Comics had 17 titles, Josh. And it just went to 4 titles today. So there you have it, guys. Delays do happen. Zenscope has three titles, and Titan Comics, which I do believe Titan Comics are going to hit it very big soon. Be on the lookout for Titan Comics because they are getting a lot of IPs. They're getting Conan. Did you hear about that one?
I did not hear about that.
Yeah, Titan's getting Conan. So they already have a few franchises. They got Doctor Who. They have what's that title? It's here. It's in the tip of my tongue. Why I can't the
Blade Runner?
Blade Runner. Thank you. They have Blade Runner, so they're gonna get more. All right. So let's take a look at Dark Horse. Dark Horse has Space Job #1, Stranger Things, Tales from Hawks. See, from Hawkins. You see, I told you, Stranger Tales. It's here. All right. Spy Super #2 or Super #2, Coachel in Hell #2. That's coming out. That's a pretty sick cover. What's going on with Kenneth? He's throwing some stuff in. I have no idea. Virtual because he's probably sending emojis, and I'm just getting virtual. Because look at this elbow cough, elbow cough, elbow cough. So I'm assuming he's sending out emojis. There it is. Okay, now I'm seeing. That's the thing. I got the stream going on this side, so I can see what's going on in the chat. So there are emojis. They're cute little emojis, but they're coming out here with the what it's called. So elbow cough. You know what that is? That's this.
Yeah, no, I did it. You weren't looking, but I
didn't catch you.
Yeah.
All right. It's Only a Teenage Wasteland, Mall 3, and Assassin's Precinct Apprentice, issue #3. Are you sensing a theme here with Dark Horse with these DC titles?
Well, yes.
Teenage Dream, Dead Mall, Assassin's Apprentice.
Assassin's Apprentice is I read the first issue. It's not very dark at all. It's sad.
Not very dark.
No.
All right, so those are your books for Dark Horse coming out this week. Then you have IDW. It's all about IP with IDW. So you got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Armageddon game, the Alliance issue #4, Sonic the Hedgehog issue #57, Godzilla. Oops, I went too far. Godzilla, Monsters and Protectors, All Hail the King #5, TMNT Best of Krang #1. I love that picture, by the way. My Little Pony. Yeah, this week is kind of I'll say. There's always that gem somewhere, but it's not a hot week. Unless you're interested in My Little Pony Reimagined Little Phillies issue #4, because you can't go wrong with My Little Pony. People love My Little Pony, guys. All right, my daughter loves My Little Pony. Unbreakable Red Sonja. That book will sell out. That's all I got to say. See, Comics by the Bay, he's going to get his My Little Pony. Right? My daughter loves My Little Pony, man. Unbreakable Red Sonja.
So which cover are you saying is going to sell out?
I think the one we're looking at right now.
This is the one? Okay, this is the one to chase.
This is going to be the hot item of the week, guys. All right. All right. Vampirella versus Red Sonja issue #4. Sweetie Candy Vigilante issue #4. It is funny how books come out now, because it's been a year I've been doing the show. And in that year, this is really the first time I hear about Sweetie Candy Vigilante. And we're at the 4th issue.
Yeah. No, I mean, there have been books where there's years to an issue. I was just looking. Do you remember Non-Player by Nate Simpson?
Yes, I do actually.
They did 1 issue, and then like years later he did #2, and then that was it.
Well, at least we're still waiting for Darker Image #1 to come out, #2 to come out. So there you have it. All right. Mad Balls versus Garbage Pail Kids, Time Again, Slime Again, #1. This is another book that I think people are going to try to cop this one out a little bit. I don't think it's going to be a deal breaker or anything like that. But yeah, I do believe this is a book people are interested in. All right. So Cole says Spy Super issue #2 is probably his pick of the week. I got issue number 1. It's a nice. I love the cover that I got. It's really cool cover. I haven't had a chance to read it yet though, but I did pick it up and I am interested. All right, over at Scott Comics we have Mr. Easter number 4, Darkland number 2, The Bones of the Gods issue number 2, The West Moon Chronicles issue number 3. Those are your Scott comic books for this week. Anything stands out?
No.
I personally like the Mr. Easter cover.
Okay.
That's about it. So,
I mean, if I can find this book in a store, anywhere.
well, Midtown usually has Scout Comics.
Maybe on the rack, but I've been ordering online lately, and
Yeah. Oh, it's
No
hard to order online. Zenscope, Van Helsing, Deadly Alchemy, number 1. Tales of Terra Quarterly, Valentine's Day, number 1. Grim Spotlight, Inferno, number 1. Those are your books from Zenscope. Titan, again, like I said, Titan's gonna have they're gonna I think they're gonna blow up this year. Blade Runner 2039 issue number 3. Bloodborne, The Lady of the Lanterns issue number 4. And it's not really a comic book, but it's Star Wars
like,
Insiders. It's more of a magazine. It just came out on the list. I'm like, okay, it's in the list, so why not?
This is not a story, guys. It's a collection of interviews and stuff.
Yeah, it's a version of stuff.
Yeah.
All right, that's your Titan Comics. Blood Moon Comics. These are holdovers from previous weeks. Stray Sheep, Northern Blood, and the 12. All these books were scheduled a few weeks ago, and they're scheduled to come out this week. We'll see if they come out, but there you have it. Boom Studios. Mariah issue number 3. The Approach number 4. If there's a book to check out, it is The Approach. The Approach is a interesting title to check out. It's coming out this week from Boom Studios. I heard some good things about that book. So go check that one out. It looks like The Approach is it is Boom. So I'm looking here right now. It looks like we might have something going on here with Boom. This is an old image. This is from last week, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and that
there's the right one.
Yeah, that Magic the Gathering issue was also from last week.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, something's wrong. Welcome to the live show. Harrower number 1. That's a book I think that's worth checking out. It's a typical boogeyman type story, but done through the lens of Boom Studios. So worth checking that one by Justin Jordan and Brim Rev. That's the name of the artist. And Know Your Station number 3. Did you get a chance to read Know Your Station yet?
No.
Like, I read the first one. I liked it. I'm still trying to get used to it. So I still got to catch up, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. From Black Mask, Destiny, New York, issue number 12, and Hecate's Will, issue number 4. All right, we're almost done here. I think this is the last one. All right. Bad Idea, The Finder number 1. Right? That is a crazy looking cover. I got to give it to Bad Idea. They have some great covers, guys. You know what I mean? So, and They're All Terrible issue number 2 is also out for Bad Idea. Now, keep in mind, when you go to Bad Idea, you are limited to what you could buy with Bad Idea. So my suggestion to everyone is buy your book and then go to another store and buy it again somewhere else, because that's what most people are going to do. And then you have a Blaze, Family Time number 3, and friend of the channel, BlackBox Comics, Dream Master number 3. Tell me a little bit about Dream Master, Josh.
Dream Master is dope. So there's no ads in the book. You just read a story and it's great. But yeah, it's the first 2 issues. It's about Dream Master. He sort of battles nightmares in the dream world, and so the first 2 issues, they've both been about him trying to get this poor innocent bystander to wake up. But there's a mysterious villain behind it all. But it's a great story, great art.
All right, guys. So with that being said, there is something I want to throw out. The one of the creators of BlackBox Comics reached out to me the other day and told me that he's going to give us for all our viewers, you get 10% off your Dream Master comics, not just Dream Master, but anything Black Box Comics. You get 10% off with promo code IV10. IV for Izzyverse. You put IV10 in the checkout in the promo code, and you'll get 10% off your purchase. So go check it out if you're interested in reading new comic books. I will say the artwork is amazing. It is good. It's really good. There's some good stuff there. It's not just comics. There's more things that you can check out from Black Box Comics. So thanks to the guys at Black Box, and go check out Dream Master number 3. All right, coming out this week. And we do have one last. I think we have one more. Let me see if there's make sure this is the last one. This is the last slide. Erratic 2 Recharged number 4. That's coming out. Exiles number 1 for Whatnot Publishing. I'm going to talk a little bit about that book a little later. That's coming out. How I Became a Shoplifter.
Tale as old as time.
You know what I'm saying? I got stories to tell you. We'll tell them offline though, because I might be wanted somewhere else. And Saga of a Doom Universe issue 3 from CEX. So those are your books for this week, guys. It is a bit of a quiet week as far as our books go. Marvel wants to throw in their 20 books, but why? Who cares? They're gonna throw it, right? Anyway, Josh, what's going on and whatnot this week?
What's going on? Well, Whatnot in general, they're doing a couple of cool promotions. It's including lower commissions on slabs. So you can absolutely get some slabs for sale from not just any seller, but for me. I have a show every Tuesday at 9:30 p.m.
Let's put this thing
search
up
my
here.
name, Josh Cabrera. Come by and check out some of the cool graded comics I have, along with a bunch of other things.
That's right. So you could still, and the promo code is still good for everybody, man. Right. So check out Whatnot. This is the QR code. You get $15 off your first purchase with it. Why not use it for Josh's comics, man? Josh has had some good comics, man. I even gave him a few comic books, right? So you got a few comics to give away, Josh.
Right. And every book you've ever given me is extremely valuable. So I say this as I'm flipping through my Metal Man comics.
Hey, you wanted Metal Man. That was your choice.
I didn't say that was valuable though.
All right. So let's go ahead, man. It's time for our picks of the week, guys. Let's do our picks of the week. Woohoo, man. It's been a long day, man. It's been a long day. So let's do our picks of the week. Let's get the wait, what's going on here? I can't file share. I'm trying to file share.
While you're doing that, one Metal Man announcement from James Gunn. Come on.
James Gunn Metal Man. All right, Josh. Let's take a look at what you picked for this week in comics. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that zoom so we can see what we got here.
Yeah,
I see some amazing Spider-Man, some Blade Runner, Daredevil, Flash. What else we got here?
Yeah, we didn't talk about Daredevil, but this seems like this is going to be the showdown between Matt Murdock, Elektra, and Punisher. Mm-hmm. So this might be the end of superpowered Punisher. We'll see.
Please, let's get rid of him. So Nate has his pick of the week. It is My Little Pony.
So here's the thing. I can't pick something I don't read. You know what I mean? But anyway, shout out to My Little Pony.
You got Joe Fixit number 2. You did pick Space Job.
Yeah, Space Job is like Star Trek, but from like Handyman's perspective. So
yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, you can see it now from the cover that it's kind of like supposed to be the Starship Enterprise. That's what it looks like in a way. Mm-hmm. All right. Mm-hmm. I see here Star Wars Darth Vader issue 31, the 40th anniversary. This is the 4 for 40.
Number 4, 36 to go.
There you go.
And then a connecting cover. I've got the first 2 connecting covers for Hidden Empire.
Awesome. And of course, you picked Batman 132, and there's Dream Master number 3. Cool. Good stuff.
Yep.
All right. So let's stop that share for a second. And now let's take a look at what I have going on. So, with that said, did I close mine? No, I didn't close mine. I decided to go mostly on the variant side, right? Because there's not really a lot of books I'm interested. I am interested in picking up Amazing Spider-Man number 19 because I do want to see Joe Kelly write Spider-Man, and I do want to see the Dotsons back at drawing Spider-Man and Black Cat because they're famous for doing that. Another one was a variant by John Gian, the variant B of Spider-Man the Virgin. I just think his artwork is amazing. Like it's so poppy how it comes out, and it has that neon lights thing. So I love that cover. Remember I mentioned about Whatnot, the Exile, 1 in 25 incentive, the Caleron incentive, which is of course taken directly from Blade. I honestly think that people are going to pick this book up. You're going to see it.
People are definitely going to pick this book up for $1 on Whatnot.
Yeah. Oh,
shots fired.
All right. Oh yeah, look at, he did a remark for you, Cole. Look at that. So he did. Yeah, John Gian is amazing, his artwork. I love his stuff. So cool. He did a remark. Ghost Rider 11, the J. Scott Campbell variant. Again, it's an anniversary issue. These are gorgeous. I just love the way they're doing it, and then just throw the Ghost Rider logo in a different way. So I like that book. Also, Storm and the Brotherhood of Mutants. I picked the Art Adams cover. Why not? I love Art Adams. Everybody knows. If you watch the show enough, you know how much I love Art Adams. So why not? And Batman and the Joker, the Deadly Duo, issue number 4, the Mark Silvestri 1 in 50 incentive. Look how beautiful that is. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Who doesn't love Catwoman with a cat holding a cat? I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Herald number 1. I am interested in reading that one. I'm also interested in picking up. Well, maybe I'll pick it up. It's a 1 in 100. That might be a tough one. The Inhute Lee Virgin variant of Red Goblin. I love that cover though. That's a nice cover. So I picked that one. I picked Batman 132, the Derek Chew cover, which I liked. And I also picked the Art Germ Batman 132 of Catwoman. Right?
I feel like I've seen this cover for Batgirls.
Possibly.
Exactly.
But have you seen Art Germ do a Batwoman cover? I mean, Catwoman cover. Just saying.
It looks like you just changed the costume, but anyway.
No, oh well. And the Finder for Black Idea from Bad Idea. So those are my picks for the week, guys. All right, we're going long today, man. It's all right. What else do we got to cover? We got anything to cover? Oh yeah, I forgot. We got a giveaway, right?
You almost forgot.
No, I didn't forget. We got a giveaway, guys. It's giveaway time. So again, if you do hashtag Booster Gold, let's go ahead and share the screen one more time. Hashtag Booster Gold. That's going to be the giveaway. And what we're giving away is we're going to give away Batman Spawn, number 1. All right, this book's coming up. If you got to get this original sketch book by yours truly, I drew this, guys. I did the work, dude. Look at that. I did this while working. So I was working. I was in a meeting. I was in a webinar, and I had to listen. So as I was listening, I was drawing.
I'm glad you were able to be productive in some way.
Oh, I was very productive, dude. I'm the most productive when I'm drawing. Okay. I'm that guy. All right. So make sure you do your hashtag Booster Gold. Right now, we only have 5 entries. So earlier we had everybody wants Containment Breach, right? Everybody wants Fugitive Poem. Nobody wants a Batman Spawn.
We're drowning in them. They're everywhere.
They're everywhere. All right. Let's do our giveaway, guys. And let's see who wins it. Again, we have a lowly 5 entries, but why not?
I want to enter.
Let's see.
Whoa.
Well, when you have 5 people, man, why not?
Really good odds.
Your odds are very possible. So, Cole, I feel like I just sent you something, Cole. Cole, you're gonna get some original artwork coming your way, bro. So congratulations. Nathan was so close. Dude, there was 5 of you.
Maybe next time.
Of course you were close. So Josh, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram, Cabrera_Josh, or whatnot, Josh Cabrera.
Awesome. So last but not least, if you don't mind, see that right there? What is it, this way? It's over Josh's head. So Josh, point up. Point up. He's pointing to 2 things. He's pointing up to dark web, no, right? That's one. But you're also pointing up to the QR code for buying me a comic book. I need a comic book, guys. I didn't get to buy comic books. You know why? Because no one bought me a comic book this last week. I want to buy comic books, man. So do me a favor, guys. If you ever get a chance, go to buy me a comic. It's really buying me a coffee, but I don't drink coffee. So with that said, buy me a comic. And what's going on with dark web up there? Well, that's your book of the week.
No, this was the book on top of the pile.
On top of the pile.
But
All right,
it's
guys.
over now.
Look at that. So Sam's like, yeah, we got all these great discounts. Yeah, we doing all that stuff. We discount away, guys. It helps the channel out. So when you buy something from those channels, it actually helps us out. And we thank you all for that. With that said, next week we got more to talk about. We're not going to talk about it right now because we're tired and I'm hungry. Are you hungry? Because I haven't had dinner, man.
Oh yeah, I cooked for everyone else and then I came here, so I got.
There you go. See, Josh is good, man. Guys, we love you. We'll see you at the next show. And with that said, you know the call sign, man. You know what I'm going to say next. Excelsior.